Hi. Have you typed Sean yet?
Being, uh, I don't know. My theory is INFJ based on the.
I thought he's an ENFJ. Made more sense to me
It's
at the
possible, I
time.
suppose. Haven't really reevaluated it since the first day he came in. Kind of typed. We typed him for when he first came in, and I admit he was not a certain, but definitely that area.
I, Today I went to the doctors with a thing, and I'm pretty sure he was an ENTP. He was like super laid back, and he solved an issue that would normally take like uh 2 hours. He solved it in 10 minutes. He explained every single detail and was charismatic. I was just like, yeah, that's an ENTP. I mean, a lot of things were super improvised, and there was even cynicism in front of his door, and abstract art, a foreign nurse. It was pretty obvious, and I've loved it.
That's funny. It's always nice when you find him out in the wild.
Yeah, but like he was in a on a good position and old enough to, it was like that accomplished ENTP, and it's always nice to see.
Right. Not only
Possible.
survived but prospered.
Yeah. So what were you doing today?
Work. Had a lovely meeting, and then I'm actually plotting on a. I'm cracking the whip on my this group project for school, and then I have to teach a little workshop here in a little bit.
Ah, about.
Oh, it's just a kind of a how-to and overview of this GoPro recording setup that I've got for people to record lectures or whatever they want.
That's nice. Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's easy enough. I don't have to have a plan.
Jealous.
I've about decided that I better totally block off my weekend for making up this group project, whatever everybody else doesn't do. But I'll be happily not in school for 3 months after this, so be worth it.
Hmm. Who's the third person that just came here?
I don't know.
Ooh, mystery,
A
mysterious.
blankie. Oh, how exciting.
It's like a surprise box.
Sad is that the blankies are usually not that, you know, they're mystery boxes that usually aren't that exciting when you open them up.
Oh, you mean like the type of surprise boxes you buy at kindergarten?
Yeah, you like
Oh,
open it
those
up
to
and there's
these.
nothing in there. It's really, you know.
There's the walnut.
Yeah. It's like an empty walnut. You're like, oh.
I mean, it's like they're supposed to do some art, and then they sell cookies and stuff, and sometimes there's nothing at all, or a poem. I mean, a poem will be nice, but that's rare.
Yeah, but instead of a poem, it's like a, you know, a limerick written by like a drunk college guy or something, you know.
No, I mean, I'm still at the kindergarten surprise things. Maybe a small sweet.
Yeah, but one of those candies that doesn't taste good. Like there's ones that you're like, it's technically candy, but nobody likes it. Like candy corn or something.
I like candy corn.
Okay, well, I don't really like candy corn. And it's not very exciting candy.
It's not
Sure.
exciting, but it's still
Or the
sugar,
little
you know.
the little peanut candies. Something else that was always terrible. I can't think what it is.
Yeah, there are some candies that are terrible. Surprisingly, like wow, how could you mess up sugar? It literally has dopamine in it. There's no there's no theoretically there's supposed to be no way that you are going to mess up candy which has sugar, which has dopamine. How the fuck have you accomplished to go against biology and psychology?
Yeah.
And it's like some combinations are bad, like I don't know, hot dog and ice cream at the same time. They're good separately, but they're bad together. And I've used just that example like 300 times because I didn't come up with anything more creative. Mhm.
Sitting here making a plan for other people.
Hmm.
Don't you hate it when you end up being the, you know, like, I like being the leader, but I also, it's annoying. You're like, really? You're gonna make me tell you all what to do?
Yeah, I mean, I can jerk off with my ego, but then responsibility, no!
You're just like, why do you all have to require so much, you know, like, guidance here?
Guys, let's just meet up. Do everything I want. Call me the best. Like, I'm gonna hire other people to do the chores. That's how I'd be a leader. Just gonna take the benefits, do a financial crisis to the company or the team, and then just be like, huh, well, I've got what I wanted.
Yeah, well, I'm getting some good out of this. It's a group project, and yeah,
Yeah,
and
project.
we had to work on. We basically had to. Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Yeah, the
I am
blankies are
multiplying.
multiplying. Yeah.
Do you want to go to the other channel because this channel is infected with the Blanky virus?
Doesn't
No,
matter.
no, let's not go there. That will be too much work. No,
Yeah,
we
we
can
require like a click.
click. Nah,
Be a lot of work.
I'd just rather complain for 3 hours than one click. Mm. What do you think about the fourth inferior function?
I don't know, like in what context. Like, what do I think about it? That's not much framing. Think about my own personal inferior function that we don't get along real great.
We both have the same inferior function because we both have the same time. Ah.
Yeah, good old SI.
Like, I've heard in Neptune that you can actually foster your fourth function. Like what?
Yeah,
Because
Mike
he's
developed it.
yeah, because he said that he developed his FE and he could precisely predict situations, social settings. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if certain inferior functions are more, there's more impetus to develop them, like FE, especially extroverted ones or relational ones. If you think about it, like I see a lot more probably advantages to developing FE if it's your inferior than SI. I feel like you kind of got to decide on your own to develop SI. Like it doesn't, because it doesn't really show up as much on the outside.
Yeah.
And also, it's something that you can't get help from other people. Like FE, I feel like you can kind of learn it from other people. I don't know if you can learn SI from other people that well.
So introverts automatically have an advantage.
To develop in your inferior, I would almost propose that as a theory and then, think about it. It's like they have the long-term advantage. Extroverts maybe have the shorter term. We seem functional faster, but we stall out quicker. Just the entire nature of introversion, though, theoretically would, could more easily lead to self-development.
I mean, it's not 90%, it's more like 85% of the time. I mean, this is 101%, so are you learning math when you're having sex with ENFPs or?
Probably. I don't know.
Subtract
I find the illogic of it appropriate. Like, it doesn't quite add up. You're like, I know.
I mean, you're going throughout a vector.
You're like, it's a little bit that's, like, doesn't exist in this,
Yeah.
supersedes mathematical reality here.
Yeah.
We're just that amazing.
Yeah, DPs are amazing. Non-stop.
Hey, Carolyn.
Karen's voiceless. It's just an AI. An AI with an iron. I mean, imagine like an iron that can like move on the street, like as a horror movie, just.
I feel like that picture, she's like, discussing her dastardly plans with the iron.
No,
like
but
the iron's
I mean,
you should whack something with me. And she's like, really? And he's having this discussion. They're like, yeah, let's go do that.
yeah, I mean, like the iron just goes around the street and that's shit.
Can hear on the news someday about, like the iron killer will be like, oh, it's Carolyn. Like, I know her.
Ah, yeah. Did you read about the serial killer in the news? Yeah, I've gone to elementary with him.
Like, oh yeah. Surprised it took him this long.
We've played chess and shit. That was fun. We played Pokemon.
Or you're just like, yeah, that reminds me. He never did return that, that iron that he borrowed. Should see if I can, go get that.
Beep 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 boop.
Yep. Glad I checked. I looked to see if the camera had been charged, and whoever used it last apparently didn't charge it before they brought it back to me.
Wait, was Caroline one of the Blankies or? uh, Because one of the Blankies left, and
I doubt
or
it.
like there's a all right. It's just a theory.
Carolyn seems to have the guts to come in, not as a blankie all the time.
Like Caroline never used Blankies, or yeah. All right. Mm. It's sad there are not enough people that care about Mars Briggs. It's it's just like talking with famous people community is like maybe the only community that is somewhat more interested in it. That's about it. On in the whole existence of reality, this is the only community. I mean, it seems like it. The world is so small. Damn it. Yeah. A bit depressing though. It's depressing. It's depressing on either side. When when you can actually finish something, it's depressing because then you have nothing to do, and when you can't finish it, you'll know that you'll never know everything. No matter what happens, no matter what you do, you always end up being depressed. Never can be happy. Metaphysical claustrophobia. All right. Yeah, you need to be in the world. You cannot have something too small that you cannot fit in or too big that you're scared that you'll fall. I have thalassophobia. It's like when you're scared. When you're scared of deep waters, I just always imagine myself within space or deep water. I don't know which way is up. I just look, and then an enormous light lights up, and I see this enormous creature, thousand times the size of me, like Cthulhu of sorts, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I have nowhere to go, and it just eats me, and then I die. And that's what I've been scared for like a year and a half. Yeah, maybe maybe a bit longer. It's just some spooky shit, man. You have nowhere to go. You have nowhere to go, nowhere to run. You just know you'll die. The end. Bye. Scares me the most. Maybe it's an ENTP thing, because it's kind of like you cannot generate and solve shit. Just deal with it. There's nothing you can do ever at all. You just die. You just die. Bye. I mean, would you be scared of that? Especially like extra scared, more like than a regular person. Is it just me? Uh, Uh,
against panicking, metaphysically claustrophobic, extroverted
shit.
intuition. You know.
Oh man.
You can distract it for a while with like toys and fun new things, and then eventually it goes, nope, nope, you're not fooling me anymore. You're like, this isn't going anywhere.
Damn it. Alright, that's a good trailer and intro to life. Wow. Definitely wanna live now. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I'm going to get my hopes up like real high and become a nice piece of shit and no, I have the age, I have the excuses, right?
Right.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo-hoo. Let me go to Harvard and Oxford at the same time. And I'm a professor at age of um 18. Totally realistic.
That's funny. That's like me when I was younger. I'm like, why can't I just like do all of this and like have all the degrees and just be, you know, like all done with this by the time I'm like 20?
Yeah,
I don't kill myself doing it, but
I was like,
yeah.
you know, it's obvious, but I was like over exaggerating, but it is true to some extent that I truly like have such philosophy.
Yeah.
And it's like I'll have to start one day, damn it.
I got into it. I was like, okay, I gotta do this. So I'm like, I got like 2 undergrad degrees
And
in
become
4 years, and plus I was doing plus I had like 2 small businesses. Was working for some stuff. Like it was insane. I was like doing way too much stuff. It was like, all right, let me get 2 difficult technical degrees. Let me at the same time let me run a couple of businesses. Let me work for someone. Let me train to be, you know, world champion athlete. You're like, because definitely you should just be doing all of these things. And that worked for a while, and then totally crashed.
everybody who didn't accomplish it before the end of teenage years is a total loser, right? Am I right?
Yeah, that was always my thought. I'm like, oh, these other people did it. I'm like, I should totally be able to do this.
That's easy. They were just some dumb idiots. I'm better.
Right. I'm like, I can do all of this. I accomplished quite a bit. And then there's also the downside. And when you accomplish like a whole bunch of stuff by the time you're 21, then you're like, well, what the heck do I do now?
I mean, if you
concentrated on doing all this crazy stuff, and then you're like, well, I did it. Now what?
I mean, you could be like, I'm rich, let's start a family and complete evolution. Yay!
Yeah. What always happens is, you know, when I start the long plan and keep with it for a while, is by the time I'm done with it and I accomplish stuff, then whatever my younger self thought would happen next, older self is like, no way, I don't want to do that anymore. You know, younger self is like, yeah, do all this, do all that, do the whole like family thing. I'm like, no. Got around to the end. I'm like, older me. I'm like, no, that's stupid.
Become Jesus.
There you go.
Start a religion.
Start a religion.
Go to the toilet. Be happy. Man, too much effort. I'm always like, I'll be a successful millionaire and finish university like before I even finish high school, etc., etc. But I'm going to finish Game of Thrones first.
Right. Like, let me finish this book first, and then I will get right on that.
Success can wait.
Yeah.
A bit. A few years, a few decades, a few lives.
Yeah, well, like I said, my so far experience is that some of it is just like, well, I did that, now what? It never brings as much, you know, like prizes as you would think.
I mean, when I was
Well,
younger,
people are impressed, but that's about as far as it goes. like we're impressed, but that's pretty much it. Like, okay,
what have you done?
do it.
Interesting.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much everything I just said. I mean, I did. I got like 2 degrees. I got a degree in math, computer science, with almost degrees in English, and I almost had 3 degrees in English and ancient Greek. And then I was also training like I've in Taekwondo and the martial arts. I've won my first world champion title when I was 21. You know, I did have
Nice.
some businesses. I mean, when I was young, for a young person, I was essentially rich because I had so many businesses.
I'm quite just realized you're like a successful person.
And then I literally did though crash. Like I got sick, and within like 6 months, I went from world champion athlete to like didn't get out of bed for a month. Like that was pretty awful. So I've had to kind of like tone back my how many extreme things I do at once now. And,
But I mean, you still know how to do it, etc. Right?
oh
So
yeah,
yeah. Theoretically speaking, you can be a mentor.
yeah. I still do a lot of stuff. I just don't do as much stuff at once, or I try to not do as many things to as an extreme level at the same time.
I have to go to dinner. I'll interview you right later.
Okay, so yeah. I gotta scram too. I gotta go run that workshop. So until next time.